What's up? Brian Tong here, and welcome to the Apple Bits for everything good and bad inside the world of Apple. Techtober is here. We have made it, and we have plenty to talk about with the new MacBook Pros, some Apple Watch news, and yes, even iPhone 14 and more. But first, a quick thanks to Setapp for sponsoring this video. Setapp is a collection of curated, paid, and flagship apps in one bundle for you to boost your productivity. All right, now let's get to it. And the new iPhone 13s have been only out, for a week? So I know many of you are still getting them. Some of you are just kind of, playing around with them, seeing how they're working for you. But oh, how quickly things move in Techtober, because next up, the new M1X MacBook Pros, and we're still expecting an event sometime this month. Also, just a reminder, we still haven't seen the new Apple Watch Series 7 yet, but we'll get to more of that later. But let's get back to the Mac, and the latest macOS Monterey beta appears to have revealed two new entries for display resolutions, which could be, and likely are, the resolution for the upcoming new 14-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pros. Now, discovered by Mac Rumors contributor Steve Moser, the two new resolutions are highlighted in this screenshot as 3024 by 1964 and 3456 by 2234. These do not correspond to any current or previous Apple products, and the only logical guess could be that these are the new resolutions for the new MacBook Pros, unless, they're making really big iPads, because come on now, who doesn't want an iPad Pro Max? These new MacBook Pros, they would also bring an increase in pixel density to around 250 pixels per inch compared to the current 16 and 13 inch that have a density of 226 to 227 pixels per inch. Now, these new resolutions, if true, would mean an even sharper display that would allow for a native 2x Retina resolution. That is going to be so sharp, so clean. So look, everything that we've heard about the new MacBook Pros, it just gets me more and more giddy. I mean, look, we know that it will reportedly have an all-new, flatter design, an all-new Apple Silicon M1X chip with a 10-core CPU, 8 high-performance cores, 2 energy-efficient cores with either a 16-core or 32-core GPU option. My goodness! Like, I have been told directly that this thing is gonna blow the M1 out of the water, and reports say, we also know, right, a new mini LED Retina display, which is now capable of native 2x Retina resolutions based on the latest report. There's gonna be no more touch bar, thank you, more ports with an SD card, an HDMI port, and USB-C Thunderbolt ports, a quieter machine, more power, and longer battery life. This thing is already too good to be true. Like, come on, Apple, what's the catch? Seriously. Maybe the price, but oh man, I'm so hyped for this. So my body and my wallet are so ready, and we haven't even seen it yet. I think the only thing that gets me this excited is when the hot donut slide is glowing at Krispy Kreme. Ooh. Now, the macOS Monterey beta also revealed that Apple is still working on a high power mode or a new Pro mode to give users the options to get the maximum performance while ignoring some of the energy-saving features. Now, the first references to a Pro mode were found back in macOS Catalina, but it never was made public to users. But now 9to5Mac found references to a new high power mode added to the 8th beta of macOS Monterey alongside of the currently existing low power mode that is made to save battery life. So the assumption is that it would push the CPU and GPUs even harder, and this high power mode could end up being exclusive to new Macs, maybe with the new M1X chip and higher. At least it would make the most sense for that. But come on, this new MacBook Pro, this thing just keeps getting better. And I know, okay, maybe you're thinking like, Brian, you got to calm down, like change out your pants already, because you know that I am riding this hype train hard. I really am. And I get it. I know maybe you feel burned by the rumors and maybe the leakers from the last keynote, and you just don't want to believe the new MacBook Pro could be coming this month. Well, maybe this will get you to jump on with me, because if you go to Apple's website, the current delivery time for a 16-inch Intel MacBook Pro is October 15th to the 22nd. And if you do the math, that's 2 to 3 weeks from now. And do you really think that we're gonna all of a sudden get a new batch of Intel MacBook Pros? No way, Jose. Oh, hey, what's up, Jose? Yeah, I know you're watching right now. Now, the timing, that would be just around late October, the time that we expect to see all new MacBook Pros. Okay, let's keep on going here. What about the 96-watt USB-C power adapter that is recommended by Apple to use with the current 16-inch MacBook Pro, just in case maybe you need another spare? Well, the wait time on that is 2 to 3 months. That is way far out there. And okay, fine. What about the current 13-inch M1 MacBook Pro? Well, I checked, that's only a 4-day shipping wait out. So It makes sense. Maybe they'll keep it around for a while to sell through at a lower price. But fine, that's still available. I'm going to ignore that because... Wait, do you hear what's coming? You hear that? All aboard! That's right, it's time to get on that hype train for the new MacBook Pro. Okay. Now, that's not the only thing that we could see this October. Apple has announced the new Apple Watch Series 7 at their September event, and there was no availability date, just available later this fall. Well, according to John Prosser, his sources say the pre-orders could happen as early as next week, with shipping potentially happening sometime in mid-October. And like always, we're going to have to see if this happens or not. Like, I don't know anything on my end, but if true, that could mean a jam-packed October. It is Techtober with new MacBook Pros and the new Apple Watch Series 7. They don't call it Techtober for nothing. And I'm really still on the fence. At first, I was all in on upgrading, but for now, I really want to see if it's enough to get me to make the jump from a Series 4. Look, having a slightly bigger screen in the same design, I mean, I look at it and I think, how much bigger can they fit into here where it's going to really make a difference for me? I think the most compelling feature is, for someone who hasn't upgraded in 3 years, that fast charging that gets you 80% juice in 45 minutes. I mean, could that be the feature that gets me to upgrade? Maybe, but kind of honestly, I'd probably still fine with my Series 4. Okay, let's talk some iPhone 14, and don't roll your eyes. I mean, I could have led with this just for the clickbait reasons, but I didn't. All right, the latest report from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman claims that the minor changes in this year's iPhone means Apple has been working behind the scenes on bigger things that take more time for, dun dun dun, the iPhone 14. And according to him, we can expect a new entry-level and Pro models and a complete redesign, which would also align with John Prosser's claims and the renders that he dropped before the keynote for the 13. And yes, they did both think that we'd see an all-new redesigned Apple Watch Series 7, and that didn't happen this year. You can choose to believe them or not, but all signs point to a refreshed design for the iPhone 14 next year. All right, we're also expecting to see the iPhone mini go away in 2022, with now the new lineup looking like two 6.1-inch and two 6.7-inch model iPhones. Maybe it's an iPhone 14, iPhone 14 Pro Max, and then you got an iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max. That could be it, but we'll wait and see. Okay, a tidbit as we look further down the road, and let's talk the new iPad Air for 2022. Now, there had been reports that Apple was ramping up their OLED production, and we could see OLED displays in the new iPad next year. Well, according to news outlet The Elec, Apple and Samsung have canceled their joint project to develop a 10.86 OLED iPad. That was originally set to launch in 2022 and would have been the first iPad to have an OLED display. Ross Young, who's reported on the display supply chain before, says the main reason was because Apple is preferring to wait for LG to catch up with manufacturing, so then it has multiple sources, LG and Samsung, and that would lead to enough supply of OLED displays for an OLED iPad that will start production in 2023, but won't be launched until 2024. So your OLED iPad dreams will be on hold for another 2 years, while, hey, Samsung, Huawei, and Lenovo, they have OLED tablets out today. Like that Galaxy Tab S7, that has the best looking display, but it also doesn't have the iPad experience and all the apps, and that matters to you a lot. All right, thanks again to the sponsor of this video, SetApp. Our Macs have a lot more power than most of us use, and it's software that can unlock them and bring us new functionality. SetApp is a collection of curated paid and flagship apps that all come together in one bundle for you to boost your productivity. So if you were to buy separate licenses for each app on SetApp, it would cost you more than $6,000. SetApp costs just $9.99 a month, so let's just showcase a couple of apps. Now, as a video creator, CleanShot X has been a godsend for me. It's a screen capture tool, but when I want that really clean looking shot, it has the option to make all of the desktop icons disappear while you record your screen capture for stills or video capture. I love that. Also, you're probably on so many messaging services, so why not just have them all in one place? IM Plus does just that, and it combines them all in one place, from Slack to Gmail to Facebook to Twitter and more. It's pretty much every service you can think of in a single app. Then there's so many other kinds of apps here, from lifestyle to creativity to personal finance, and the Mac hack section has some fun ones too. I mean, I haven't even scratched the surface of it. You can try SetApp for free right now by using the link in the description. It's the best apps for Macs all in one suite. All right, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like what you see, you know what to do. Give me that thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell. ding to get all my latest videos when they drop. And if you want more of that Apple goodness, you check out my weekly Apple Bits XL audio podcast to get the latest deep dive with all these stories and new ones every week with special guests. Everybody, take care and be safe. Techtober is here. Woo, it's gonna get hot. All right, peace and love.